Now today we are looking at Turtle Bay playing cards by Water Wheel USA. It's such a cool deck. It is a marked deck and there's so many cool features about it, and I cannot wait to show it to you. And it is on Kickstarter right now. So if you want this deck to become a reality, I'll leave the link in the description below, but you want to see what it looks like, so let's get into it right now. Now the front of the tuck box says Turtle Bay with the Turtle Bay turtle on the front, done in a really nice deep green, almost like a mossy green. And it is done not in a glossy, but it's not matte either. It's just a really nice smooth tuck box. One side and the other side are both blank. The bottom has some ad copy, which I will let you read, and the top saying Ocean Bay V1, which does make me really excited because it says V1, which means there will be more of these decks. And once you've seen the rest of it, you'll understand why I'm so freaking excited. And also on the inside tuck flap, you will see a 7 of Spades reveal, which I absolutely love in all decks of cards, having some type of reveal in the cards. And this is one of my favorite ways to do it. Seriously, well done on the tuck box. That's all I can say for it, so let's get into the cards. Now the back design is honestly just super dope. You have 2 of the same turtles in the center of the deck, which are one on one side and one on the other, making this a 2-way back design. It has almost like a cucumber mint type of vibe, which is super cool. Does not have the same type of marking system though, so don't get this confused. It's not the same marking system. I like the border. It's a thick border. It's just a nice medium border, which is going to make packet cuts look fantastic. So if you're wanting a deck that looks great for Magic and cardistry, I'll get into that later, but clearly already as you've seen, it's a beautiful deck. Now, I'm not going to get into the marking system right now, and I'll explain why that is in a second, but let's get into the rest of the cards first. Now, your Spades and number cards are going to be a little bit chunkier, and I don't know if this is becoming like a theme, but since like Kier Gomes made his chunky Ace of Spades, everybody's just been making chunky cards, and I don't know how I feel about that yet. But it does make a lot of sense for this deck. Here's the 2 of diamonds, clubs, and last but not least, the hearts. Now, if you have a Copag 310 deck, this is the type of court cards you're going to get. So as you can see, these are the court cards, and it looks just like them, except for they have been recolored. Now, all of these court cards for Spades, diamonds, hearts, everything is only going to be in the black and red. That's all you're going to get for colors, which I do really appreciate. So like that's the blacks, and then the reds look like this. And once again, like, it's just a really elegant way of doing it, only using the 2 colors. What I wish they would have done is had the black, the red, and replaced either the blues and the yellows. Instead of taking them both out, I wish what they would have done is put green in for one of them. Left it just like this, except for put green in there. Or taking out the red and only put the green only in the clothes. You could have left the pips red, though you still had it normal like that, but had the clothes green just to fit the deck a little bit more. Just having a little bit more, like, I think it does look good with only having red and black, but since it is a really green predominant deck, it didn't really make a ton of sense to me to have it only red and black, if that makes any sense to you. Now for your 3 aces, you have basically just the back design in the cards, but you also have a green outline little border on the outside of it, and they have all been enlarged, which I love. Now if you know me and anything about how I feel about how you should do aces, or any deck in general, if it's going to be a custom deck, here's how it should go. You should have the number cards, if it's a custom deck, slightly customized. Then you have above that, boom, number 2 is the court cards. Your court cards number 2, again, customized if it's going to be recolored or something. Preferably if it's going to be a customized deck, make it custom, make it fit the theme. Once again, this deck has done that. Next is the 3 aces, which should be evolved from, it should be even better than either of those 2, right? It should be a step up again. And this deck has done it. And then after that, of course, your Ace of Spades, which we're going to have to look at in a second. Because first we have our duplicate Turtle Bay Jokers of the Turtle Bay Turtle on the back. Looks super good, and of course it's going to be fantastic for Magic effects when they're both the same thing. Duplicate Jokers, always a plus for me. Now let's take a look at our ad cards before we get into the Ace of Spades. And the first one I saw coming, the second one I did not. The first one is of course a normal double backer, which again, fantastic for Magic. I think you guys are getting a theme here. And the other one, which I did not see coming, is a double facer, a 2 of Spades and Jack of Hearts double facer. So if you don't know any tricks, Kier Gomes taught one on his channel. I'll leave the link to that tutorial in the description so you guys can check it out after this video. But seriously, it is such a cool way of doing this. You'll want to check that out because double facers can be used for so many effects. Daniel Madison said in a recent video that this is one of the most underrated and underused magic props that you can use, and I completely agree. Double facers are amazing, and I'm so glad they included it. And last but not least, your Turtle Bay Ace of Spades, which is a really cool way of doing it. It's basically the same thing that they did with the other three, but it says Turtle Bay in their font at the bottom, and it doesn't look like a normal font. It looks like something that you'd find at like a tiki hut or something, and it's, once again, fits the deck. Absolute thumbs up for me. Now for how this deck is getting printed, it is printed through Cardamundi. It is their slimline stock and their B9 true linen finish. Well, bam. So clearly Cardamundi, like the fact that they bought out USPCC means they are a great place to print through. They have fantastic handling cards. You know you're going to be getting the stuff that you actually want when you print through there. So it's going to be a fantastic handling deck. Now I'm going to talk about how you win this deck for free at the end of the video, and I'm going to be talking about the marking system and how you'll actually be able to learn that marking system at the end. So make sure to stick around to that. First, should you buy the deck, right? Should you buy the deck? I don't want to just tell you, go buy it, because I want to have an honest review and you guys to know that I give you guys the actual factual information. So let's go through the list of who you are and who should buy it. So first is magicians. If you're a magician, I would pick this deck up. If you are a magician, this is a perfect deck for you. One, seriously, it has a reveal in the tuck box. So first off, kudos to that. Number two, it's a marked deck, which has tons of magic effects. Number three, you have a double backer. Number four, you have a double facer. Like I can just keep on going on for hours on how great of a magic deck this is, right? It's a detailed enough deck that it's not something that's gonna have something on top and bottom. Those are harder to use for magic, right? This is a great deck for magic. If you're a magician, pick this deck up. Link in description. If you're a cardist, I think you can use it. I do not think this is a cardistry deck. Honestly, there's few decks that can't be used for cardistry. This deck's going to handle well, it's going to look good, but it's not a cardistry themed deck, if you see what I'm saying. So my first thought isn't, oh yeah, cardistry, right? That wasn't their intent. Their intent was for magicians, for collectors, etc. So next up, being collectors, I would definitely pick this deck up. If you like marine life and you're a collector of marine types of things, if you like sea turtles, if you like that type of thing, if you just like playing cards in general, just like cool cards, like not all of those are certain things I'm like, oh, I have to have that for magic, or I have to have that for this. A lot of them I just like, and this is definitely one of them. So if you're a collector, pick this deck up. Next, of course, as you know, is gameplay. This is 100% a deck that can be played in games, right? So like, the faces are standard enough that you know exactly what everything's going to be. The back design is marked, which could lead to a problem if you actually want to cheat. But seriously, keep your ethics. You'll be fine. So gameplay, it can work. It's just not the first thing that I think of because this is a nicer deck, and I don't want decks to be ruined by people who don't know how to use them. So once again, gameplay can go either way. It really just depends on who you're playing with and if everyone knows the marking system or not, because if so, this could be interesting. So, is this a hype deck? No, it's not a hype deck. Hype decks have a negative connotation, and they put a lot of emphasis on creating something that's high quality in this deck. This is something they took a lot of time on, they put detail into. This is definitely not a hype deck, so kudos to you guys. And next, of course, the marking system. The marking system comes out on Sunday, and considering today is the 19th, I believe today's Saturday? I think today's Saturday, isn't it? Well, Sunday is the day that it comes out, which I think is tomorrow, because since I'm at college, my whole life's been screwed up and I don't know what the heck day it is because I've been doing homework a lot. So, seriously, tomorrow you'll be knowing how to do the marking system for this deck right here. It's pretty cool. Seriously. I got you guys. So you'll know how to do the marking system tomorrow. You'll know what the deck looks like today. And if you guys want to pick one up, I'll leave it in the description below so you guys can check out the Kickstarter, which is live on day one. If we can get them funded on day one, that would be pretty freaking sweet. And lastly, the part you've all been waiting for, the giveaway. So if you want to win this deck for free, here's what you have to do. Number one, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Smash the like button and follow both of us on our Instagrams. Now, if you're not following us on our Instagrams, number one, you'll be getting updates about this deck all the time, like how far it's going on the Kickstarter and extra editions that'll be coming out afterward. I happen to know quite a bit about that. I got a letter. You guys don't know what's happening. It's you. Seriously, go follow the Instagram page. I don't know how to tell you this enough. Go follow their Instagram. 1, you have a chance to win a free deck, and 2, it's gonna be freaking dope content that they're about to be putting out, and I'm stoked. Even if you're not stoked, I don't care because I'm excited. You guys don't understand. It's gonna be so cool. So even if it's not for the giveaway, just for the stuff that I'm excited about, go follow their Instagram. You have to follow both of us, the stuff I said before, and for me to be able to track all of that, leave a comment down below, whatever you want it to be. You have to put 2 things in the comment. Number 1, you have to have your Instagram handle so I can make sure to check if you are already following both of us when I announce the winner in 2 weeks. And the other thing that you have to do, of course, is drop the comment leaving hashtag Turtle Bay. That's it. Leave your handle, leave hashtag Turtle Bay, subscribe, ring the bell, smash the like button, and follow us on Instagram. You done all that? You can now win yourself a free deck of Turtle Bay playing cards, which is a freaking dope deck. I mean, just look at that. Seriously, it's so freaking cool. And you'll be headed in the right direction because tomorrow, since you've already subscribed and you've already rung the bell and you've already done all the deal of things that you have to do, you'll then be notified tomorrow when the marking system drops tomorrow. Such a cool deck. In the marking system, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a minute to actually figure it out. The suit, it's both marked for suit and it's marked for value, which I didn't see coming, considering how the deck looks, right? So it took me a minute, it did, and it has its flaws, it has its perks, and you're gonna love every bit of it. So honestly, this is the deck I will be using for Magic because of the marking system. Like, you can just pick it up like that, and you wouldn't think so, right? Like, you know how the DMC Elites, you can just like pick up like that once you know the marking system, but then if you don't know it, you're just like, right? It's a lot like that. It's not a reader's deck like DMC Elites, but it's freaking obvious once you know it. You're like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that before? And I'm gonna show it to you tomorrow. So get ready. That's it for me. I hope you guys liked this review. If you guys did, make sure to let me know. And if you guys like animal themed decks, like Turtle Bay, different things like that, if you could create a deck about any animal you want to, what would it be? If you want to drop that in your giveaway comment, feel free. I'd love to know. For me, I'd probably say like a white fox. I think they're just so majestic and so cool. So if you guys want to make it like a deck about white foxes, please hit me up. I'd love to see it. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Card Perfect, signing off. Oh my word, I about forgot. It's time for our top 100 decks. And you know this deck is going to go in there. Come on now. And if you're wanting to see what the top 100 decks are, you'll have to wait till my birthday in November. Which day in November you're going to have to wait. And honestly, I'm thinking, this isn't official yet, but I'm thinking that I might make it a live stream as well. So if you guys want to make that a live stream and I'll just chat and hang out and look at what top 100 decks those are going to be. And those aren't quite right now because I have like 20 of them at college. So those aren't quite the top 100 decks. But if you guys would like that to be a live stream, let me know because I think that'd be kind of fun. So for the second time, this is Card Perfect, signing off. Also, do you guys like the blue background? Remind me of like an ocean or something.